Irregulars, the 13 Great Warriors, family heads. For a while now, for these characters who stand at the very top of the Tower of God universe in terms of power, influence, and recognition, I've been wondering to myself, what is the discrepancy in power between them? Are they segmented by tiers? Are they all relatively the same strength, but they all have their own speciality that makes them stand out? Are there actually significant gaps in between each individual rank? And does someone like Urek, Zahard, and Enryu kind of tower over every single family head? I'm going to exclude Phantom Minim because he's an Axis, and we all know he's a Tales user story universe character, and not specifically a Tower of God character. He's the GOAT, he's the strongest. We're leaving him out for the time being. While I absolutely plan on giving you guys my perspective on this, I'm mostly interested in your point of view. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell down so the goals to the 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. And let's talk about it. I've been starting to think to myself, like, man, I wonder if all of these family heads are relative in strength, or maybe they're completely night and day, or maybe are they kind of in tiers, like someone like, in the 20 to 15, they're kind of one tier, and then from the like 14 to 10, and then the top 10, like they're kind of segmented by like A, S rank, double S rank, sort of like that. Or my opinion truly is that I think Zahard, Urek, and Enryu are stronger than all the family heads, and they could beat each and any one of them in a 1v1. I'm not sure yet if I believe that they're strong enough to take on like 2 or 3 or multiple at the same time. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm gonna leave that out of my kind of perspective for the time being. However, the way that I kind of look at it is probably that they're close enough that not one of them, I'm talking about the family head specifically right now, they're not one of them could just completely wash the other, but they do have matchups and different things that they are absolutely the best at. So Ha Yurin, in my opinion, is probably the best hand-to-hand combatant and physically the most gifted. Like, she's the most athletic out of all of them. Eurasia is probably the best wave controller and has the best control over Shinsu. Gustang is probably the most intelligent. Tramore has the ability to control animas, the divine sea creatures in the tower, and, beastkins and things of that nature. Zahard, I'm thinking the weapons that we've seen him in his data form and all of the tools that he has at his disposal, plus the contracts. I'm thinking Hendel, Lock, Blood Matter probably has the toughest defense, the greatest Shinsu resistance in the tower. Ariehan, he's the best swordsman. You get what I'm saying? Jian Sula, flame user, all of that stuff. So for me, it's probably more that they just specialize in something different, though they can do absolutely everything, every position at the absolute highest level for the most part. But as good of a wave controller as Ha Yurin is, he's probably not Eurasia, probably not Gustang. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I see it personally. But I'm wondering if you guys maybe see it like, so you know how Ariehan and Kunedwan are the strongest 2 irregulars before we get to Urek, before we get to Zahard, before we get to Enryu? Do you think that those 2 at 6 and 5 can beat any other like family leader? Like if Kunedwan had to fight Gustang, Gustang doesn't stand a chance. Not that he would get smoked, but he can't win unless he comes up with some incredible scheme or plan, Batman prep time, so he could win. If Tramore has to fight Ariehan, is he getting washed by the swordsmanship? That's kind of the question that I'm asking to myself. But let me just add this little soliloquy before I kind of sign off. I don't think immortality makes you unbeatable. Just because you're immortal doesn't mean I can't whoop your ass, knock you out, maybe chop you up into pieces and just separate your body where you can't even like reform. I could seal you, or every time I see you, it's just, yo, get this work. Yeah, I can't kill you, but that doesn't mean you can't be beaten. So, because of one of my last videos, I forgot to mention that. However, I do think that when it comes to the top 20 in the tower, in terms of rankings, I think it's mostly based off strength at this point. But anyways, in my opinion, yes, Enryu, Zahard, and Urek Mazino are probably kind of stronger than all the other family heads. And we know about the test with Ariehan and Urek on the 100th floor, said he couldn't beat him, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop, challenging Zahard is... But those 3 irregulars, to me, I don't know what to do with them. So separating the other family heads and only talking about the Ray Barracuda, the King of the Tower, and the Red Tower, Mr. Crimson Shinsu Make It Rain. If I was a betting man, I'm picking Enryu, even though Urek's my favorite out of them. However, they all have feats that the other one don't have. One has climbed the tower the fastest. One has killed an administrator, and one got a contract to become the king of the tower. So I kind of think that, it depends on your point of view and what you think is the most impressive. It's probably the killing of an administrator or maybe climbing very, very fast. I'd go with the administrator because it seems like that was something that SIU kind of emphasized in a blog post that he couldn't even do himself. But that doesn't mean I don't think Zahard couldn't beat, subdue, or hold back an administrator. I'm not sure if you think that some of the natives and administrators are floor rulers, as some people said to me, could hang with them. I don't. But before I keep rambling, I'm gonna wrap this up. Ultimately, the question that I'm asking you is, how do you see the power rankings and the power scaling when it comes to the family heads, the 13 Great Warriors, in conjunction with Urek and Ryu, and well, Zahard is one of the 13 Great Warriors, but you get what I'm saying. Are they close in strength? Are they all just different in terms of what they specialize in? Could both things be true at once? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below and have yourself a mighty fine day. Yeah. Shout out to the Patreon gang. I appreciate the continued support. Shout out to the certified BAM lovers, CBL Nation, CBL gang. It is what it is. But also shout out to the Priest of Fire. That's Brilith gang. Could they be the real CBLs? I think they just might be. But a huge big shout out to the 5th Zen gods. Shout out to Zyler Scotty, Zodiac Nemiko, Zachary Cooper, Tino Brown, Tikos, Simi, Scobe, Revenant, Naz Riley, Markov, Lucky Roo, Lazy Dragon, Johnny Rogers, Huey, Triss, Childish Nujabis, Andrew, Big Allen, and Big Abdel. Your support is appreciated. Yo, I stepped in a bed the other day. Yo, I can afford a bed now. You guys are out here saving my life.